Hi there, everyone. This is Dr. 2K7, aka Solid Sky Stage. I hope you're having a fantastic Wednesday. Uh, and, uh, hold on. Sorry, had a sneeze. So, I got some crazy news coming out of the Taliban. Out of Afghanistan. Well, the Taliban has decided to get rid of all the murals, get rid of all the Western murals. Yes, that includes, and surprisingly, George Floyd. It's it's really crazy. And then there's also another story coming out that the Taliban has entered a diplomatic partnership with China, so that's gonna be so yeah, this is not gonna end well. But let me tell you what it. Let me tell you how this one plays out. All right. Okay. So I'm reading this from the Daily Mail. Taliban paints over the soul of Kabul. Western murals that adorn the Afghan capital walls, including one of George Floyd, are being replaced with victory symbols. The Taliban are covering up the Kabul street art with propaganda and victory slogans. Progressive art, including Emmett and George Floyd, are and demand rights for women. Now, the bright, colorful street art has been replaced with black and white text. Entrance to the U.S. embassy in Kabul has been covered with paintings of the Taliban. The Taliban has started painting over artists' murals of Western symbols and values that adorn the walls of the Afghan capital, including one of George Floyd, and replacing them with victory slogans. Afghan Afghan activist Omar Sharif's art collector, Art Lords, has spent 8 years transforming sketches of art Lithuanian concrete blast walls with colorful murals. They created more than 2,200 murals across the country addressing everything from the killing of George Floyd in the U.S. and the drowning of Afghan refugees in Iran to gender equality and the signing of the U.S. Taliban agreement towards peace. However, within weeks of the Islamists taking the capital, many of the street art pieces have been painted over, replacing by drab propaganda signs that the Taliban reproach their other vision of Afghanistan. One mural in central Kabul, which was dedicated to Japanese doctor and aid worker Tetsu Nakamura, who was killed in 2019, has been replaced by a slogan congratulating the nations for their victory, referring to the Taliban's takeover of Afghanistan. The mural dedicated to George Floyd, which has the words "I can't breathe" written in English, and whose death sparked Black Lives Matter protests in the U.S., has not been covered up yet. Perhaps it is only a matter of time. The image of workers rolling white paint over the art, who are purportedly paid less than $7 a day, were deeply foreboding of Omar Sharif, 34, Art Lord's co-founder, who has been forced to flee to the UAE for his safety. He said that the murals were the soul of Kabul. It represents the voice of the Afghan people, and painting over them is like putting a shroud over the city. Speaking to the Guardian, so he says some of these murals were the soul of Kabul. They give beauty and to the city and kindness to the people of Kabul who were suffering. These are about the wishes, demands, and the asks of Afghan people. It was their voice on these walls. These murals were against corruption and were pushing transparency. Yeah. He said that the mural belonged to the people of Afghanistan, as were each piece is being painted. Art lords invite up to 200 people to paint. During the Taliban's first stint in power, from 1996 to 2001, there was no local media, and the images of humans and animals were banned. Now, the city's bright, colorful art has been replaced with black and white Arabic text, saying the Taliban are your brothers and sons. They are the protectors of this land and people. Among the erased murals was one showing U.S. Special Envoy Zamani Khazali and Taliban co-founder Abdul Ghani Farsi shaking hands after signing the 2020 Doha deal to withdraw American troops from Afghanistan. It has been replaced by the quote saying that the Taliban are the true defenders of this country. The entrance of the former U.S. embassy in Kabul has been covered with a huge painting of the of the Taliban flag after it was abandoned by U.S. diplomats in August 15th, as the city fell to the militant group among the Americans' chaotic withdrawal from the country. The Taliban flag, painted on the left wall in black and white, is the group's version of the Shahada statement, which is a statement to believe core to Islamic traditions reading, "There is no God but Allah, and Muhammad is his messenger." On the right wall is their emblem of Afghanistan, referring a Quran. Sharif co-founded Art Lords in 2014, using art to campaign for peace, social justice, and accountability. The political group offers saying the powerful in Afghanistan with street wall, including warlords and alleged corrupt government officials, as well as honoring Afghan heroes, calling for dialogue instead of violence, and demanding rights for women. Art Lords members braved death threats and were branded infidels by Islamic extremists. Tens of thousands of Afghans rushed to Kabul airport as the capital fell, fearing of life under Taliban, among them scores of artists and activists such as Sharif. "It's a very difficult choice to leave, and I just hope nobody will ever experience what we went through," he said. "Afghanistan is my home. It's my identity. I can't take out all my roots and plant myself in another part of the world." So, yeah. So yeah, this is no surprise. This is no surprise. And not only is the George Floyd mural is about to go down, when they took over the Capitol, they took down the rainbow flags down at the Capitol and put up the Taliban Capitol. No surprise. I mean, if you think about it, this is no fucking surprise, in my honest opinion, because apparently the Taliban, they don't give a fuck about social justice or other random bullshit. All they care about is taking over, is getting the country back to the way they want it to be. And also with this being coming out, the question on everyone's mind is this: Will the BLM come out and call the Taliban racist and all that? Because like they have been. No, because knowing BLM, they don't fucking care about George Floyd. They never give a fuck about them in get go. All they care about is using his death and the death of many black people to do nothing but to line up their own fucking pockets. Because to them, both Black Lives Matter and the Time's Up movement is nothing but a fucking grift. They use the death and suffering of people just so they can line up their pockets and don't do anything. Don't do shit about it. And besides, it shows time and time again, because like my mom said, and she's black, that black lives should have fucking matter. When we're killing each other on the when we're killing each other every single fucking day. But apparently to these woke motherfucking idiots, black lives only fucking matter when it's a white motherfucker or a white police officer killing a black motherfucker. Despite the fact said black person has a rap sheet and might be doing something illegal and stuff. See, this is fucking why I do fucking not support this. As soon as this popped up last year, I didn't support this movie because I know this movie is a crock of fucking shit. And lo and motherfucking behold, I was fucking right. But anywho, that's just my 2 cents on the whole thing. But that's just all my 2 cents on the whole thing. As always, be sure to leave a comment, like this video, subscribe to this channel, click the notification bell so you don't miss another update. Serve your friends, serve your neighbors, serve your significant others, and that's about it. And I would like to know what your 2 cents on the whole thing is. And also tune in at 6:30 tonight for the premiere of the first new episode of my NFL picks video for the 2021-2022 season. Yep. It's going down, man. It's going down. All right. Until next time, this is Dockside2K7, aka Side of Sky, signing off. Thank you for taking the time to watch this, and I hope you have a wonderful and fantastic day. Catch you later. Peace. Damn. I can't believe I'm actually saying this, but the Taliban done something good, something right for once. I just gave the Taliban props for shit like for for this. I think I gone insane, motherfucker.